Hi, my name is George Marciano, and I'm not a savvy in computer, but I think to alert the people, that's the only way I can tell them as a drama who happened to me for 3 years. I've been robbed by banks who took the money of my account, Bank of America specifically, and other one, and without telling me for years. And they give money to stranger above $10,000 in cash, which they break the law after the September 11, 2001, the government took a protection to stop the money laundering by the people in United States to maybe fund the terrorists. So I was thinking the bank are forced to apply, and if they don't do it, they break the law. You're wrong, people. I'm the people, and I'm fighting for the people, with the people. My fight cost me a lot of money with lawyers. I don't have an insurance. I don't care. I'm just fighting for the justice on what I believe it, proud of my country, having 4 kids who are born here. I know once they believe something like that can happen and punish. I made a huge investigation by as a CPA, a forensic accountant. I took the best lawyer in town, and I'm embarrassed, I'm ashamed to say my law firm, since the beginning, it's really hard for me to accept that. I feel like a dumb person. Was Mark Dreyer, which is Dreyer, Stein, Kahn, and George. That was my law firm, who was fighting for almost 2 years, and for the cause of action of fraud, money laundering, wire fraud, mail fraud, tax fraud, anti-terrorist violation for years, cover-up and conspiracy to break the law, embezzlement in millions, committed by my right assistant who was working with me for years, Joe Fass, who was my IT, and who destroyed the data at my home and at my office. I got a TRO that was, I think the justice was working. He went even down in court and stipulate he did it. He apologized, but he never sent back what he stolen as email and accounting from me. Miriam Choi was my bookkeeper of 20 years. I treated her like a sister. She was part of my family, I will say, and she's the one who was forging my signature, and I find 6 stamps of my signature in her drawer. So I called the sheriff. She disappeared. I called the huge CPA forensic firm, FTI. They big, they huge. And then I called my CPA, who signed my tax return and was my best friend for 27 years. Yes, you understand well, 27 years. And he was the one who was covering up all that because not one penny could get out of my account without his blessing. He was the one who was preparing my tax for 27 years. And so imagine, first I go back to Mark Dreyer law firm. My lawyer, Eric George, he's a great guy. I love him. He's a great guy. But how could he defended me well as a plaintiff for people stealing the money from my account, when in fact himself, the founder of the company, was stealing the money of his client. I just cannot believe it. It is a nightmare where our country is going. If we not stop that, it's going to be a disaster. We're already in debt, like we are the poorest country in the world. And all that because the bank. Before the election, I sent an email to a lot of agency, congressmen, to tell them, do the bank are above the law? I was thinking the answer is no. You're wrong. They are, because they arrest and punish. They are the most heartless people you can ever imagine. And, they go and beg the government, hey, we don't have any money, we lost money. You have to give us some back to help us to support. Naively, the government, believes that and give back almost $1 trillion to the banks. But from where this $1 trillion come? From the taxpayer. So when they do that, the government, in my opinion, we are paying close to 75% to 80% of tax, not 35 or 40. This is absolutely, obscene, I would say. I don't know the word exact. It's irreal. How the bank gives the money so easily to the bank and do not respond, are totally deaf about the thousands, the hundreds of thousands of people who cannot make a payment for 1 or 2 months, and the bank threw them out of the house. They have no mercy. And these people are good, they have a good job, or they got laid off, or whatever reason. But, you can go and beg as much as you want. The bank will not listen to you. So why we, the people, should listen to them? And, how, my law firm can defend me on a cause of action like wire fraud, mail fraud, check fraud, impersonation, ID theft, and they do it in my back for other client. And it's sad because Mark Dreyer got arrested in Toronto for just a business card, using a false business card, and he got in jail for that. It's sad. Me, for 3 years, I'm fighting like you cannot believe. 3 years of my life